Batman is back in the 1940s for more of the same in a very nostalgic, old-fashioned and quite frankly dated animated TV show. Batman Caped Crusader is a 10-episode series set in the 1940s in which Batman tackles villains like the Penguin, Harley Quinn, Two-Face, Catwoman and some lesser known Batman villains as well. Its style is very reminiscent of the 90s animated series, deliberately so. In many ways, this is a modern day reimagining of that series with some twists to classic characters and their relationship. Sadly, it's very traditional in terms of the stories it's telling. There's a very familiar Two-Face storyline that plays out across multiple episodes. The Catwoman episode is ripped straight from prior comic books and shows as well. The themes and stories around police corruption are not all that original. The characters and their arcs are very reminiscent of other Batman movies and shows. Nothing this show does is bad, it just constantly had me wondering why. Because there's so little here that feels genuinely new or inventive. What should be more creative and innovative is the 1940s time period, but this is perhaps the most disappointing thing about the show. Beyond giving this show a unique setting that sets itself apart from other Batman shows and movies, the time period serves no purpose whatsoever. There's no mention of historical events of the period, no mention of the war, of the stock market crash, of the period's social, political or economic situations. Nothing. It feels like a big wasted opportunity, and it results in a show that doesn't have much to say. For example, Commissioner Gordon in this show is a black American. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, it's cool. Except that in the 1940s, that would have been an incredibly huge deal, and yet there's no story or character study about that detail. The same goes for the Asian depiction of Harley Quinn. Again, a cool idea, but her Asian heritage plays no part in who her character is, nor is it essential to any of the story. There's nothing wrong with changing an iconic character's race, ethnicity, sexuality, gender, or anything else, so long as there's a real purpose or reason behind it. This show has made such changes without any explanation and without any diving into any of that stuff. Luckily, the voice acting across the board is great, bringing these characters to life in fun, suitable ways. I doubt any of the depictions of the characters here will go down as the best there is, but they are good. Hamish Linklater has double duty here too, playing Bruce Wayne and Batman. His Bruce is very good with a good level of charisma and charm, while his Batman is a little one note and slightly too gravelly at times. On the animation front, the show is very old fashioned and seemingly very low budget. It looks like a show from 30 years ago with limited character movement, expressions and environmental detail. For what should have been a modern Batman animated show, it's very disappointing to see that it's clung so much to what came before. The result is that it doesn't feel new in almost any way. Batman Caped Crusader tells some very traditional noir-style Batman stories. The episodes that focus on lesser known and established villains stand out because of a lack of familiarity, but so much of this show feels old, overly familiar and without larger purpose. It's a show with so much wasted potential and unexplored avenues, and it left me feeling empty by the end of it.